In 24 years of visiting Disney parks, this might be the most magical trip I've ever had. Join me in this day one vlog from Disneyland Paris as I ride some of the major attractions, grab some grub, and most importantly, immerse myself in the winter wonderland I was lucky enough to witness. Feel free to use the video chapters below to find the segments that most appeal to you, and with that being said, hold on to your hats and glasses, cause this is the wildest ride in the wilderness. Yeehaw! Good morning from a hotel very near Disneyland Paris. The last 2 days I've been in Efteling in the Netherlands. I have filmed 2 vlogs from there, which should now be on the channel for you to enjoy. It was snowing the whole time. Efteling's absolutely amazing. If you're just a Disney fan and you're here for the Disney content, I would still recommend you check out Efteling if you've never heard it or seen it in a vlog before. It's the most incredible place. It's very much like Disney, but without the Disney IP and just sort of generic fairy tales instead. But such an incredible time in the snow with my family. My family then dropped me off in Lille last night when they were driving back to Calais. I took a train from there to Marne-la-Vallée, sorry French viewers, and then I went into the Disney Village after sort of poking my head around. I was so desperate to get in the park, I was like, oh, I really want to get in the park. I was like, no, it's only open for 1 more hour. I'm not meant to be vlogging this section, but oh my gosh, I just left the train station, turned around, saw the Hollywood Tower Hotel and had a big smile on my face. God, I love it. Just go get some food in the village, which I did from Earl of Sandwich. By the way, in Earl of Sandwich, you can get your Disneyland annual pass discount or Disneyland pass discount, which I did not do. I'm clearly, what's the word, rusty at the moment, considering I completely forgot to ask. Well, it wasn't that, I kind of thought, is Earl of Sandwich really going to have the discount? But it did. I asked when I picked up the food because I wanted to find out for you guys. So you can get your 15% off in there if you're a gold pass holder. Speaking of being a gold pass holder, I get extra magic time for 1 hour, so that's what I'll be going in for now. I'm staying at a hotel about a 15-minute bus ride away, same one I stayed in my last Disneyland Paris vlog series. Would recommend this place, but I'll talk about that maybe a little more later on. Let's just head to the park for now. Here's my cute little fit. Got my black and white canvases to go with my black and white fisherman knit and white t-shirt, and then I got this Coleman bag with Winnie the Pooh on it. It's my favourite bag of all time, so awesome. Got it when I was out in Disneyland in Japan. Alright, let's let 3 days of magic commence. It is funny taking that regional bus because you can tell a lot of the people on it are clearly people who either work at the park or are taking the train from Marne-la-Vallée into their like actual office jobs, and there's just me kind of going, it's time for Disney! Definitely much more competitive than when I was here in off-peak September. It's the last few days of the Christmas event while I'm here. There's already a bit of a crowd forming for this security check by the train station, which was not the case when I came a similar time back in September. That time being about 5 to 8, magic hour starts at 8:30. So we made it through security, but unfortunately they'd opened up the gates for the hotel guests already, so I think we're going to be behind quite a few people. But let's see. Going to take a left to Studios this morning. I suppose that is another perk of being a hotel guest then, because their security checks must open down by the side of Disney Village by the lake where all the hotels are before our one does from the train station side. So they were able to get to the main gates just by the actual entrances to Studios and the main park quicker. But oh well, all of these lines are open for, if memory serves me correctly from my last trip. So I might try going left if that's slightly quieter here. And so the Crush Rush begins. Everyone will be heading to Crush's coaster. You may as well not call it Rope Drop, just call it the Crush Rush. So as you just saw from the house lights, Crushes has a technical issue, so they funneled us all out. They were exiting us through here, and then fights started breaking out between cast members and members of the public. Members of the public were like, no, we've waited an hour, we're not leaving, just completely blocking the exit ramp because they don't want to join the end of that queue again. But if the ride's down, the ride's down. I mean, I'll come back some other time. Let's keep on rolling and have some fun. Let's go to Tower of Terror instead. What a bizarre start to the day. I mean, I understand why people are upset because obviously if it's your only day here and you've like specifically rope drop Crush, I get it. But yeah, like don't shout at cast members. It was getting pretty aggressive. I was like, it's not their fault that it's broken down. I mean, anyway, as I said, I'm gonna rock on. Well, not grab Shell Dude and rock on, dude. I'm gonna rock on this instead.
Hollywood, 1939.
Okay, Tower of Terror done. I had a screaming man-child next to me the whole way, and he was digging into my side because he was sort of clawing and shaking the sidebars next to the seats. So I felt very squashed. It's like when you're on a plane and you get sat next to a large person. I felt like I had no room in my seat. Anyway, these Avengers rides are open. These, what do you call them? Marvel rides, I should say. Change of plan, I think. I've just seen on the app Crush's coaster is now opened. It's on 50 minutes. But the park itself hasn't opened to day guests. It opens in 23 minutes. There'll be no premier access, paid fast tracks coming through for the next 20 minutes. So I think it makes sense to go in that queue now. If you try and do it when in the daytime, when day guests are here and premier accesses are coming in as well, it's pretty painful. So makes sense to make the most of 23 minutes of queue time without them coming in, whilst I still can. Attempt number 2, let's see how we do this time. So how dumb am I? I just remembered it's got single riders. Well, the single rider's now gone up to 55 apparently. So that was a complete dud. I joined the single rider, well I tried to join the single rider queue, and then the lady who was there said to me it's now 60 minutes for single rider. Obviously that's an estimation because you can never truly know how long single rider would be, with it being dependent on how many groups of 3 are coming in. And then she said, well, so we basically closed the queue because the main queue is 60 minutes, which didn't really make sense to me, but there you go. So she said I couldn't join that queue. So I've decided to leave now because I left the main queue to try and get into the single rider queue after waiting about 5 minutes in the main queue. Oh well, we've got another, 3 whole days basically. Yeah, I just completely forgotten the single rider queue exists because usually I'm either here with my family or when I did my solo trip last time, I usually magic time so early like I tried to do this morning. I don't need to worry about single rider, but there you go, lessons learned. Should have gone straight to the single rider when I had the chance. We're back in Avengers campus now to do the 2 rides here. I would usually do single riders on this, but because it's walk-on in main queue, I'll show you the Iron Man animatronic.
While you work on that countermeasure, I have my own way of dealing with these things.
Hypersonic continue.
Pixar.
Ne traînez pas les amis, on a du pain sur la...
Just came off Avengers Assemble Flight Force. A launch coaster in the dark there with a couple of inversions. I was sat next to a single rider who screamed the whole way through. She was very nervous to ride, and at the end on the brake run I said to her, I feel sorry for your vocal cords. Yes, I was flirting, and we had a nice little chat. She was like, I'm so sorry, da da da. And then as she was getting off, I saw she was going back to her husband and her newborn baby. That's why she was a single rider, because I'm guessing the baby can't ride, so we try again some other time. So I might have done Spider-Man. But the single rider to get on there is usually quite easy to do no matter what time of day it is. So the park's just opened about 5 minutes ago to day guests. I think I'm going to go to Toy Story Playland and try and do parachute drop and RC Racer while their single rider queues will be quieter because they have less throughput, so harder to get on them in single rider during the day. I mean, it's still okay, but not as easy as it would be right now. As I say, compared to Spider-Man, which is usually pretty good because the vehicles are always going out. Of course, they are rows of 4 on Spider-Man, which isn't as good as like on Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, where it's rows of 3, so you're more likely to get a single rider because families usually come in 4s. But yeah, we'll give these a go now. I think this makes more sense logistically to try and recoup our losses after that pretty poor magic hour from me with a Crush Coaster debacle. Obviously RC Racer also has rows of 4, but because that doesn't send as often as like a train would, well, a car would in Spider-Man, that's why it's easy to get on single rider in Spider-Man during the day. Just look through these bushes, parachute drop's got no one in the single rider queue, so it looks like a go. Although actually may hold fire because these are rows of 3, so that single rider queue moves much quicker if it does get a queue, whether RC Racer will move slower. So I'll try and do RC Racer now. Sorry about the little cold I've got from Efteling. So we'll have to try and do RC Racer now, I think, before the crowds get here. Here's the turn-off point, single rider left, main queue right. Single rider's got a strip across it, so I guess I'm on the main queue. There's absolutely no one here, that's why. Just rode RC Racer, got the front row there because there was a group of 3 in the front. I like that ride, it's okay. I like all Disney rides, but it's not one of my absolute favourites. They put in these 3 flat rides in this area just to get some needed capacity when this park first opened. Well, after its opening as in. On top of the ride though, at the top of the crest, you could look over and see World of Frozen and Adventureland, which we'll talk about more later on in the trip. The new area is opening in March 29th, I believe is the opening day. And it was quite cool because there's a little sort of light bit of snow coming down and clearly the roofs are frozen over. Yeah, all the rooftops were frozen and it kind of looked misty and I was like, wow, World of Frozen is on brand. There's this new Jessie statue just poking above the wall there when this path will open up onto Adventure Way to World of Frozen.
Shall we go and look at the...
That was a fun ride on Toy Soldier Parachute Drop, and much more importantly, managed to get the best seat. That was very lucky. Number 2, single rider, nearest the lake. Got to see, well, the lake to be, got to see the construction on World of Frozen and Adventure Way. It's looking very good, very excited for that. Right, Slinky Dog Dash is the only ride I've not done here. Well, not Slinky Dog Dash, that's in Florida. Slinky Dog ZigZag Spin, so let's give this a go.
Be sure to keep an eye on your little ones.
I don't know if the camera would have picked up that Rex was wishing us a Merry Christmas in the background there, or saying Buzz wanted to wish us a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. That's quite cool that they've got that little Christmas overlay on the voiceover there. Anyway, we're heading out of Toy Story Playland now, down this little side path to Cars Road Trip. Cancel last. The family in front of me just said it's actually fermé, closed. So we will not be doing Cars Road Trip right now. Unfortunately, Ratatouille the ride is closed this trip. It's currently being refurbished to turn it into more of a 2D attraction. The glasses were already gone for a while on there. In my last trip you would have seen it's now in 2D, which I do prefer. But now they're also adding some new sets as well to make the 2D experience, well, without having your glasses on, sort of more immersive. This car's little flat ride here is also down, so not a good day for those motor vehicles. I guess they're used to the Californian sun. They don't like the -5 degree Parisian climate we've got going today. So those wheels are not turning. This is a new little booth which has opened. Got Woody as a clock up there. This is new since I last came. This was being constructed, this area, or refurbished, as they've undergone this massive transformation as the park goes from Walt Disney Studios to, I've forgotten its name, Disney Adventure World. As you would have seen in that shot, it sells Mickey and the Magician style merchandise, him in his Sorcerer's Apprentice outfit, although technically he's not in his Sorcerer's Apprentice outfit in that show. That show is on and we'll be watching it, I think, today. It wasn't on last time I came. Now we're doing the flying carpets. As you would have seen in that footage just then, they were manually releasing people from the flying carpets. It broke down just as I was about to get on, and I rubbed my lamp very hard, but unfortunately my wish didn't come true, it didn't reopen. But I was just thinking, this area has now become a little sort of magician's courtyard, which is quite nice. I remember when they first announced the transformation of studios, I was a bit worried about this area, thinking, well, the Genie isn't technically Pixar, and obviously that whole area is now Worlds of Pixar, from Crush Coaster and the Remy area and the Cars rides and Toy Story Playland, but this has actually now worked out quite nicely, that you have this new little shop booth which sells Mickey and the Magician, well, Sorcerer's Apprentice merch. You've got the Genie, who's obviously a magician and features in the Mickey and the Magician show. So actually, narratively, it's all come together quite nicely as part of this larger world premiere area, the world premiere plaza, with the magician's hat there as well, the Sorcerer's Apprentice hat, for the Art of Animation building. Maybe it's lame of me to care about that much, of caring about the narrative cohesion of that little back plot, but I'm really glad that it has now tied into a greater world premiere sort of area, and the magic of this kind of entrance area into studios now, well, what should be Disney Adventure World soon. It just means a lot to me when parks care about narrative cohesion like that, and you feel like, yes, I'm in a themed land, I'm getting the story, I understand what's going on, I'm in a Sorcerer's Apprentice area, I'm in a magic area, I'm in a Toy Story area, etc. I suppose the magic theme is sort of like we're entering the magical world of Disney Adventure World. It's our introduction to what lies ahead with World of Frozen at the end of the lake and Lion King eventually. Also in this world premiere plaza area, you've got the Studio Theatre where Together a Pixar musical usually is, and another new shop which has just opened with a Mickey Mouse clock on the top. This I presume will be selling, I was going to say Pixar merch, but it looks like Zootopia merch with the popularity of Zootopia 2 at the moment. But yeah, nice to see that they're, it's all under this kind of, magical, step into the magic theme now. I'm trying my best to speak over the audio and be concise because I was getting copyright struck left, right and centre last time on this plaza area. The music's so loud and they have so many iconic songs now playing on this area. Yeah, YouTube did not like it one bit. So apologies if the audio is funny and I've had to sort of cut background audio and it sounds weird now, but hopefully not this time. Learning my lesson, getting better at this vlogging stuff, I hope. As I said last trip, I love these posters they've now put on the front of World Premiere as your introduction to the world, just like Main Street USA with their posters. And as you know, I love those posters if you've been watching the channel for a while, as I bought two of them, a Phantom Manor one and a big Phantom Mountain one recently for my room. Got them framed in one of the Disney Village shops, sent to my house. Right, this here is a Studios restaurant in World Premiere. Yeah, well, I'm now in World Premiere in the inside area. Let's have some breakfast here if breakfast is available. So this was the Mountain Majesty menu. It was 22 euros, came to 18,70 €, with my 15% off being a gold Disneyland annual pass holder. This burger has, let me read out the menu, Emmental cheese bun, ground beef patty, red Gouda cheese, pickles with mustard seeds in vinegar, cheddar potato, pancake, raclette sauce, and arugula salad. Arugula, apologies, I'm not much of a salad man if I pronounced that wrong. Came with these fries and also this cake here, which apparently is a creamy vanilla dessert, raspberry insert, white chocolate ganache, almond shortbread. And then this is the fused tea I got as well, and this, as I said, all came to 18 € something with my annual pass discount. If you eat at the Hollywood Gardens restaurant, you want to make sure you come upstairs. It's quieter up here and great views looking over the world premiere. I'm now going to tuck in. First bite of my burger was pretty good actually. Oh, and by the by, breakfast had finished. I don't know exactly what time. It was 10 to 11 when I was there. It looked like it had just finished, which is why I've gone for a burger. A bit early for a burger, but went on holiday, I guess. When I do come here for breakfast as well, though, as I showed you in my first vlog series from here, if you get a little coin which goes in the coffee machines for your hot drink, bring it upstairs, use the coffee machine upstairs because it's much quieter on a morning than being downstairs. That's a hack for you. Also, final note on the ordering process, with my annual pass discount I have to go to the till. That actually works out a lot better because the mobile screen or the touching screens take much longer from what I've seen. It looks like it's much slower, the service there. But when I go up, I pay straight away and then they just bring in my food straight out, so really like that. Okay, I've walked the red carpet out of there. I'm going to try and do single rider on Web Slingers Adventure or Web Adventure, whatever it's called. Web Slingers. The Spider-Man ride in Avengers Campus, and then probably see Mickey and the Magician at 12.
pace running smoothly. Thanks to funding from Tony Stark, the brilliant young minds here are creating cutting-edge tech. So today, you can sling webs like Spider-Man.
Moi, Spider-Man.
Peter, ta présentation est en train de t'échapper.
Oui, j'ai remarqué ça, chérie, et je te serais reconnaissant de lancer immédiatement le... Salut, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Vous avez un problème narratif? Je vais vous aider.
Te voilà, super. Le risque à atteindre le niveau...
Utilisez toutes les places disponibles dans le véhicule. Asseyez-vous et mettez ces lunettes de ciel as you move all the way into the Slinger vehicle. Take a seat and put those web vision touching glasses.
Amiga, será assim, não? Ai, tá certo, não.
Arrêtez le plus de votes possible. Servez-vous de n'importe quelle main. Use either hand to... Use two hands to...
Spider-Man, tu as vraiment résolu le problème.
Oui, mais...
I despise Lego Ninjago at Legoland, but that Spider-Man web sling is actually growing on me. I think it's quite good fun. It's executed much better than it is at the Lego parks, in my humble opinion. And also great that the single rider queue, when busy, can enjoy the pre-show because they have a purpose-built little sectioned off area in the pre-show area so that single riders can watch it and then exit through a different door so they can get to the platform quicker so they can load the single riders straight away. Although I have to say they only do that when it's busy on Spider-Man Web Adventure. I've had times when I've gone in single rider and skipped the pre-show because they just want to get me to the platform because it's not busy enough. Right, not very good crowd management here. So the 12 o'clock's full, people are waiting for the next Mickey Magician at 1 all the way to there, but people are waiting to get into, maybe it's meet and greet with Judy and Nick from Zootopia, it looks like, or something like that, here. And it's just meant that it's impossible to get through that middle section because the two back of the crowds are meeting. Staff members are trying to come out now and help, but yeah, not good. The play will definitely have to be to get here early, another day on the trip, because yeah, I don't think I fancy waiting in that. Unless we come back to this park in the afternoon and do one of the evening shows today, we'll have to wait till a different day. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. Do love that show. Although I used to really love Animagique, which used to be in there. That was my childhood. That's why the show is called the Animagique Theatre. They used to have a show in there called Animagique, which was fantastic, about Donald Duck.
Ils sont là! Excellent! Hi, dudes! Wake up sur le courant Est australien! Totally! We're serving East Australian currents!
So I thought I'd sneak onto Crush's coaster there, advertised 15-minute single rider, and it was, in complete fairness, which was a good guess from them considering you never know how many groups are free or odd groups you're going to get from the main queue line. Bruce's lighting package wasn't really working on him unfortunately, so the camera wouldn't have picked that up I don't think. But in general, always a good ride. I do like Crush a lot. It's just a shame it has such a small throughput, so you never get on it as much as you'd like to. I'd like to queue a little less than an hour for that ride, but it is good fun. With that being said, an hour, well 50 minutes as I just queued is still pretty good for that in single rider, considering the main queue's on 90 or so right now. For those who don't know, by the way, Crush's Coaster is a marathon spinning coaster similar to Spinball Whizzer or Dragon's Fury at the British parks. Yeah, there's a big coaster section at the end of the ride and a cute little dark ride section at the beginning of the ride, as you would have seen in the footage, where you see Nemo, Bruce, some jellyfish, one of the creatures from the deep as well. Another huge queue for Mickey and the Magician, so I'm guessing I won't be getting into that next showing. Let's probably park hop, as we've basically done everything in this park. Here's a better look at those posters I was talking about earlier, which I love. Just an observation for my morning in studios there, I've spent a good, just looking at the time, 4.5 hours there now, and I didn't see a single character. That's definitely something that park could work on, having some more just roaming entertainment going around. I mean, when I was at Efteling the other day, they had roaming actors in the Dance Macabre area, and some in the Bavarian area by Max and Moritz were doing a sort of little show, just impromptu. Definitely could do a bit more of that in studios. Would love to see that come to Disney Adventure World when studios changes to that in March. I mean, the kings of it are Tokyo Disneyland. When I was over there, you'd just get sprung by 6 characters all at once out of nowhere. They would all just appear. That was real magic. This is where the magic lives, hey? Good to be back. That over there, Mickey Mouse clock face tower on top of the hotel, you can buy that in the Disney Village shop now, which I did when I was last here, and it's been a wonderful addition to my bedroom. I will say with the clock, for anyone thinking of purchasing it, I think they also sell it on Main Street actually, as well as in Disney Village. It's a little hard sometimes from far away to tell the time, because you get confused which hand is pointing towards minutes and hours, but in general it's a great clock. That makes it sound like I don't understand how to read an analog clock. It's not that. What I mean is, because they're both gloved hands, one of them's not exactly obvious which is the minute hand. From here you can tell it's the one sort of closest to us as the crow flies, but when you're sort of looking at it from your bed and, you know, say it's on the other side of the room, it's harder to tell exactly which hand is in front of the other, because obviously it's on a smaller scale. Anyway, let's head on in, shall we? Here we go, Christmas at Disneyland. This is what made me fall in love with the place. Well, made me fall in love with theme parks in general. The channel probably wouldn't exist now if my dad and mum hadn't taken me here when I was a boy, over the festive period. I think Mickey and Minnie are on top of the station. Everyone's crowding around out here. They've all come to say hello to me. Hi guys, it's me, Big Thunder Maximus on YouTube. Thanks for waiting for me.
Isn't it magical? Oh, here they come, Mickey! Like my outfit? I just love it. It's favorites. Do you like it? Come on, sing along.
Bonjour à tous! Merci d'être fidèles à notre rendez-vous de Noël! Merci à tous d'avoir participé à la répétition avec nous! Je suis sûre que vous allez l'adorer!
Oh, all of you look ready for our parade later today.
Oh, fantastique! C'est magique!
Well, that was a special old welcome, wasn't it, to the festive magic this season. That was called Mickey's Gathering, or Mickey's Festive Gathering, Holiday Gathering, something like that. Apparently it's only at 1 o'clock, so I was very lucky to have caught that coming in at 1 o'clock. And then it's, not on again till tomorrow, only 1 o'clock. But we've got the parade coming up later and the Christmas tree lighting. Let's head into Adventureland. Unfortunately, Le Passage Enchanté Aladdin is closed this trip for refurbishment, which is a cute little walkthrough through some Aladdin dioramas. But in better news, Indiana Jones is open, and it wasn't open last time I came, so excited to get back on that. This definitely feels more Adventureland than last time I came. Now I can hear Indy roaring in the distance. Just gives the whole area a bit of a lift, hearing it zoom around the track. Makes you want to go closer and find out what all the hubbub is and ride. That was a really fun ride on Indiana Jones. I don't know the last time I would have done that, years and years ago now. I did the one which was in Tokyo. The Tokyo one is better at Tokyo Disney Sea because it has more effects. It has like mist balls and more flames going. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I wasn't riding too rattly. Sometimes it can be a bit of a headbanger, but actually it was alright today. Yeah, no complaints. And also that single rider queue was pretty great because you got great views of the coaster. It sort of goes over the top of the station on a themed little pathway, and yeah, you get great views of the sort of first big drop. Well, yeah, the big drop which goes into the loop. So that was really cool. But I'll definitely try and take you through the main queue at some point as well, so you can see the theming in there and yeah, get some other different types of shots of that ride while we're here this trip. Let's explore some of Adventure Isle while we're here. We're currently in the cellar for the Swiss Family Robinson's treehouse. They keep some of their food in here. The caves underneath here are quite big because 1 minute you're surrounded by people yapping away and then it's pretty spooky again. It's nice to have this view fully open again, now that the refurb walls are down from Indy. And as I said, you can hear it roar in the distance. It does add a lot of auditory energy to the area. This water wheel usually turns and has some kinetic water energy going on here, but I guess too cold at the moment. amazing doing that in the winter. Because so many of the trees are without their leaves in the distance, it's really opened up some sight lines onto the other lands which you wouldn't usually see. So that was quite cool to get a bit of a unique perspective from up there in the Swiss family treehouse. I would take you onto the pirate ship, the Jolly Roger, but unfortunately still closed. Still under some sort of extensive refurb or something, not too sure. Or maybe you just can't play on it in the winter season. I can take you up into Skull Rock though, and underneath in the caves, Davy Jones's locker. Oh, and also this Pirates play area, although I wouldn't have taken you in there considering that is very much for the younger kids. But this one is quite cool. You can also go below the deck and they've got some theming down there for you to see. Hopefully that'll be open at some point in the next year so I can take you on while I've got my annual pass. I came all the way up here and I can't even find Tiger Lily. Where is she? Why are you hiding? Is it because I tried to flirt with that woman on Avengers Assemble Flight Force earlier? Are you jealous? The bridge was closed and Pont Suspendu, well Pont Suspendu is the bridge I think, and obviously this little run always seems to be closed as it's a bit of a health and safety nightmare. Alright, only one last attraction to do in this area now, and it's the big one, Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the best dark rides in the world and the best of all the 4 traditional pirates. I'm yet to do the Shanghai version.
Phantom Manor.
Une fois, deux fois. Capitaine Jack Sparrow ne mettra jamais.
It's always a good time on Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, it's a good time on any of the Pirates of the Caribbean, but especially the Paris one. But I'm going to say it, cancel me if you want. Bring back the auction bride scene, the bride auction scene. After seeing it again in Japan, I am nostalgic for it. I'm absolutely starving, so let's finish our time in Adventureland with a snack now we've done all the rides and attractions. Both the snack spots in Adventureland, Café de la Brousse and the Cool Spot are closed for some reason. Even though they're technically selling festive snacks. They had a Mickey Mouse Christmas cookie and a Minnie Mouse Christmas cookie. Oh well. I would have sat out here and had a look at the ice on the lake.
In a few moments for Let's Sing Christmas. How wonderful to see you all.
Quelle joie de vous retrouver.
Let's celebrate.
Chantons tous ensemble.
Every voice in the world is singing. Fa la la la, fa la 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 la.
Où en étiez-vous?
Well, Mickey, we were just about to sing the second number.
Wow, we begin. Time of the year. It's the happiest season of all.
With those holidays and greetings and gifts and feelings of fall.
Presque en retard. Well, Mickey, I was working on a little surprise. That's what Christmas is all about. Remember, shh, it's a surprise.
On Christmas time, on Christmas time, the Christmas looks in fashion. And summer sleep, but also winter snow and sleet. On Christmas time, on Christmas time. To be all I want, all I need. N'oublie pas, petit sourire, mais avant de partir.
Formidable. J'adore. Oh, I knew you would love it.
I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you. I'm bringing joy to you, making dreams come true. Christmas wishes lying in your heart.
Oh, Mickey, this is so beautiful.
Christmas wishes.
Oh, Lily, Joyeux Noël.
Happy holidays! Gosh, I wish I could sing like that.
Right, well, I haven't spoken to you in a while. Just saw that show, Let's Sing Christmas in Videopolis' theatre. That was short and sweet. Well, actually, it wasn't that short, but a very intimate venue. So that was a good show, actually. Enjoyed that. Had that cookie. That was quite yummy. Not insanely good, but quite yummy. And now it is snowing in Disneyland. It's not snowed in Disneyland for me since I was a little kid. gotta go to see Big Thunder Mountain in the snow. I dream about this. I've dreamt about this many a time since I was a little boy. I gotta go. But I think the parade's on Main Street, so I don't know if I'll make it across before the snow stops. It really just doesn't feel real. I can't believe it. Wow. And I've met a lot of people in my life who have just, there it goes, not understood why I love theme parks so much, but yeah, whenever we used to come as kids, every Christmas it would always snow. And this is exactly why, and I haven't seen it for so many years. I feel very blessed right now.
Et après on est parti ici, c'est parti personne.
Out west, I said to myself, why should men get all the chances? So I...
Settler's wagon off starboard bow. Regardez Molly, sur la droite. L'arrêt définitif pour ces portes sur bâbord. Cette arche naturelle. Là-bas, sur cette colline, se dessine le manoir des Ravenswood. Il appartenait au propriétaire de la mine de Big Thunder. Mais il a été abandonné il y a bien des années. Les habitants de...
Chers passagers, notre croisière arrive maintenant à son terme. Lorsque vous débarquez, merci de faire extrêmement attention.
And prepare to go ashore, and please think of using the stairs on the port side. That's the Big Thunder Mountain side of the boat.
Lorsque vous débarquez, prenez votre temps.
best believe I was the last one off that boat just then. I filmed a lot of videos on my phone as well, which will probably go onto TikTok, so check that out. The link is in my bio. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Something tells me the splashdown won't be coming on today. I dread to think how much storage I've just used on my phone and my camera capturing all of that. However much made the cut, you're probably angry there's as much as I've just put in the vlog. Trust me, there's a lot more on my phone and my camera. I've been here for about 2 hours.
les amis, gardez bien les mains et les bras à l'intérieur du...
Well, that was seriously special. My favourite roller coaster in the world, the namesake of the channel, and a night snow ride. Wow. But I am now absolutely starving, so let's go get somewhere warm. I'm also freezing. I was in two minds about filming a POV or not. Miguel is a long way from Mexico now. He's nowhere near with this current temperature and climate. Yeah, I was in two minds about filming because I thought my hands are going to be freezing cold, but I braved it for the vlog. I hope it came out okay in the end, the POV.
Oh no, finished.
Right, yet again, just like Miguel, Colonel Hathi's Outpost restaurant, a long way from India where the Jungle Book is actually set in this snow, but here we go. That being said, I have actually been to India and it did snow, but that's because we were in a northern kind of mountainous region for a while when we went there a few years ago. Ooh, hopefully this is going to be warm and cozy in here. I just thought a pizza or something like that is going to hit the spot with me feeling freezing cold. It was €18 for that butter chicken meal with the drink. I was going to go for the pizza, as I said, but the pizza meals come with salad rather than garlic bread, and I thought, I'm not in the mood for salad, come on. And I heard that the Bella Notte restaurant, their pizza meal does come with garlic bread, so if I have pizza one day, I'll go there instead, I think. I'm just going to use the latrine over here, and then we're going to ride Pirates, get in the warmth. You might be asking why I'm doing Pirates again. Small World is closed, I guess because the water's outside, maybe it's frozen over, not too sure. As in the water for the first bit of the trough as you're leaving the station. What else was closed? Something else, I think. Oh, Indiana Jones, that's closed at the moment because of the snow. That Intamin can't be relied upon in the snow. Not like the Vekoma, the old Big Thunder Mountain Vekoma mine train. The Dutch know what they're doing when it comes to manufacturing roller coasters. Not afraid of a little snow. It was the same on Python at Efteling the other day, also a Vekoma. That kept running in the snow, wasn't afraid. Yo ho ho ho, it's Adventure Isle for me. That was very much needed to escape the cold and ride Pirates just then. Didn't take you on because I was filming a TikTok, number one, and number two, I took you guys on earlier, obviously, but was interesting that they sent us up the Premier Access line. I thought I'd show you that on camera, because I guess it's too slippery for the main queue and too dark in there. Peter Pan is looking beautiful with its snow-covered roof at the moment. Wow. Okay, so I thought the Christmas tree lighting was at 7:25. It was 7:25 as I was walking down the street, and they just kind of like flicked a little, flashed a little, and then they were already on anyway. But then, like, yeah, they just did a bit of a light decoration, light show, and then yeah, it was back to how it was. It was like blink and you'll miss it. In the old days, that used to be like a proper show. They'd have carolers out, and it wouldn't be on until that show. I remember that from my youth, and yeah, I understand why they've done it like that, so you can just take your photos whenever all night, you don't have to wait for it to be turned on. But yeah, it was a little strange, a little anticlimactic there, but glad I got those beautiful shots of Main Street, and nice to see they're using the projections they're now using in Disney's Tales of Magic, the fireworks show, the new fireworks show for last year, to put some Christmas projections on during the evening. Supposedly Pinocchio's is on 10 minutes, don't know if that's true, we'll have a look. It's got scaffolding on top of the facade at the moment because they're redoing its roof tiling, but the ride's still open.
Veuillez vous lever et vous écarter en sortant du véhicule.
So the batching in there was going pretty good originally, and then it all kind of went tits up. I ended up in a car on my own. Basically, I think they thought someone was smoking in the queue, but it was just because it's so cold, it was like dragon's breath. So they were too worried trying to sort that out, which is understandable if it was smoking, but it wasn't. So there was just loads of empty rows going. They were kind of just frantically throwing the odd person into a car rather than filling them up correctly at the end, but it was originally okay. Probably ended up waiting about half an hour. I think I might go for another ride on Pirates, because I did one taking you on, one for the TikTok. Now I'd quite like to just enjoy it and not be looking at it through a lens. Okay, so jump cut. I'm now in Frontierland. Did my ride on Pirates. Such a great ride. I mean, the camera will never be able to do that one justice. You have to get on it yourselves. When I, looked away from the viewfinder this time and actually got to enjoy it for myself, you sort of appreciate the scale of some of those scenes is immense. I've just seen on the app that Phantom Manor is open. It's been closed for most of the day, so let's give it a go.
C'est que le fantôme des lieux se manifeste. Now, curious souls, come, I have more to show you.
Oh, Disney.
It appears everyone is doomed and fated. Even you? The real beauty of this house awaits us. Farther on. And she's dying to meet you.
There's nothing to be said about Phantom Manor that hasn't already been said. World class, one of the best of the best. My camera will never be able to pick up some of the effects in there. So clever, mirror illusions and stuff. Just an excellent ride with a fantastic story tying into the overall area. I could go on and on for days, but this vlog's probably gone on long enough.
Alles aan al deze drie. Hé, mami, hoeft er dan niet meer.
Dat is nummer 11, hè?
Dans l'obscurité de l'espace intentionnel, c'est un véritable brillant.
Space Mountain. One of the best indoor coasters in the world. I still wish they'd switch it back to the Jules Verne from the Star Wars overlay. The Jules Verne original ride, Space Mountain. But in the meantime, I do still enjoy Hyperspace Mountain a lot. Great fun ride. And it does haul around that track at the end of the day. I had a big smile on my face the whole way around. Right, I'm in a Star Wars mood now, so let's head to Star Tours. Star Tour!
Les créatures domestiques doivent avoir passé la douane. Merci de votre coopération.
Je reçois un message. Moi, je t'en cherche, l'humain. Jusqu'à la cabine. Allez jusqu'au bout de votre...
I love Star Tours. It is the superior simulator to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, in my humble opinion. That is, yeah, much better. I prefer that. And I was in the back row, it was flinging me around because you're at the back of the simulator, so you're really sort of going up and down when the vehicle's moving on its hinges, so its axes. Such a fun ride. Did some scenes I don't think I've seen before. Saw Cassian Andor. Maybe I've seen him once before, but also that one was all in English that time. It can alternate. You don't know which one you're going to get when you get on. But that added, for me, being an English speaker. Yeah, love Star Tours. I hope they never get rid of it. Right, I'm going to do Space Mountain again because I think I can sneak a ride on this, and then last ride of the day on Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, and then fireworks. Such a fun ride. Had another ride on there, on Hyperspace Mountain, and now Buzz Lightyear. It is not good fun to be stuck in this cattle pen when they're letting in loads and loads of Premier access during the middle of the day. Definitely want to save it for the end of the day, or do it at the start of the day. I believe it's open for early magic time, so that'd be a good point to do it as well if you're staying at a hotel or you're a gold annual pass holder. I won't let you down, Buzz. So this is an interactive dark ride, so you have a gun and shoot targets. For those wondering, yes, I have got the high score before, 99999. Those are the highest scoring, second highest, third lowest.
Votre barre de protection va s'abaisser automatiquement. Please face forward and sit back. Now activated. La manette de contrôle de la rotation est activée. You are now in command of your space cruiser. Spin at will.
Looks like it's pretty much just me here trying to save the galaxy. It's also one of those interactive dark rides which you can spin. Woohoo! Here you want to knock down the green squares so you can get to the diamond in the back. That wasn't very good shooting for me. I got to get used to this vlogging and shooting malarkey. In this scene, you want to go this way. There's one in the back. Shoot the circle, if I can get the circle. And then a diamond's available. Triangle, sorry, not a diamond. I'm all over the place, Buzz, sorry.
Mission accomplished, Space Rangers.
Mission accomplished. Yeah, once or twice I have got Galactic Hero. 6 9s you got to get for that one. Big score. Right, now this store is going to exit us right onto a great spot for the fireworks, one of my favourites. I'm not going to put too much footage of the fireworks in this one, I think, because this vlog is going to be really long with all that snow footage, but I'll put in a sprucing of it. Right, cancel last. Because it's been so cold and snowy, I think all the fountains are frozen over, and I guess the launch area was too cold and iced over, because there's no fireworks or fountains. So let's go to the end of Main Street, and we'll see the projections on the sides of Main Street, which are now on this show, because the drones aren't up either. During fireworks, you can use the arcades. There's a Discovery arcade and one on the other side called Liberty Arcade for Frontierland, and these will get you to the other end of Main Street without going through the crowds. And of course the best thing about watching at the end of the street like that is we're going to be the first ones out with the right side of Main Street to slip out. Also, got to say, some really good projections in there, and those spotlights behind the castle, I mean, I got to enjoy them more because obviously the fireworks weren't going, so I was more focused on them. They're really cool. But yeah, I saw Lady and the Tramp kissing at the end as well. That was quite cute. Very sweet show. Hello. I've had quite the ordeal. Because of the snow, none of the regional buses were running, so there was a massive queue to get an Uber. I kept trying, wasn't happening, because that was going to be about 10 to 12 quid. So I gave up, took the RER, which is their metro system, one stop to Val d'Europe, and then I walked from there, which was 25 minutes, but it was like, obviously in the snow, eerie, no one around, just me on the pathway, because I've been reading The Shining at the moment, I was a little freaked out. It wasn't actually that scary, and actually it was quite nice because you got a view of the backside of World of Frozen, and you can see how big that expansion is going to be, because I could see Tower of Terror in the distance, and then World of Frozen nearest me. I was like, wow, it is a huge expansion, like the distance between the two landmarks. But anyway, I'm exhausted. I need to finish editing my Efteling video so that can go out tomorrow. And it's Disney, baby. You got to just sort of nut up and get on with it, because I'll be up again tomorrow for magic hours at Disneyland Park, the main park, to do Peter Pan. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching today. Highlight obviously was the snow. Hope you enjoyed seeing it as well. Glad I've got it documented for the future. Have a good evening. I'll see you in next week's vlog, day 2.